Greetings, everybody, and good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time zone you might be in. For me here, it is going on to 6 p.m. I am greeting you from Kitwe in Zambia. My name is Namvula, and it is wonderful to see new faces and old faces welcoming you to this day 1980 of the Daily Antidote of Song. What a fantastic. It's the year of my birth, so I feel particularly good about about that number. It's like rolling the roulette. Greetings to everybody who's joining us on the live stream, Facebook and YouTube. Welcome today, 1980, I shall call it that. Of the Daily Antidote of Song, and welcoming into this room Kathy Bullock. But sorry, let me rewind. Matlakala Bopape, welcome this evening from Polokwane in South Africa, who will be teaching us a beautiful song in a few moments. Very excited to be singing with you and learning from you, Matlakala. So thank you for joining us today. So welcome into the room, Kathy Bullock from Berea, KY. I'm not sure what state that is. I'm very sorry. Joe, hello from New Hampshire. Aaron, hello. Thank you for being one of the tech people, Brooklyn, NYC. Candace from LA. Athena, also on the tech team from Brooklyn. And welcome into Suzanne and Virginia. And your compadre sitting next to you, Caroline in Boise, Idaho, Linda in Orcas Island, Harriet in Chicago, Deborah in Kentucky, Kathy in Denver. Welcome to Don Peabody in Vermont, Kathy in California, Anne in Massachusetts, Curly Tops in Vermont. Welcome Mabel and the Bears in Massachusetts, Susan in Cincinnati, Hoda in British Columbia, Pauline and William in Newcastle, UK, Storm in Massachusetts, Curly Tops in Vermont. Two different laptops, I'm assuming. David and Elsie in Oakland, Baba Jim in Maryland. Moving on to the next page, let me catch up with myself quickly. Welcoming Clive and Ruth in Birmingham, UK, Amanda and Miles in Michigan, Renee in Berkeley, California, Sue in Seattle, lots of beaming faces, Cricket in Maryland, Bob in Albany, New York, Sheila in Florida, Linda in California, USA. Oh, we're very busy today. Welcome Delhi in Maryland, Aloysius in Massachusetts, Diana, or Diana, apologies, in Victoria, BC, Diane in Puerto Rico, Trish in Victoria, British Columbia, Louise in Sidmouth, UK, Linda in Massachusetts, Dick and Kathy in Victoria, Marion in Brighton, UK, Tony in San Jose, California. Welcome to Bob in Massachusetts. I'm not sure if that's the same Bob So welcoming to you all this beautiful day, 1980 of the Daily Antidote of Song. And now please welcome into this space, this sacred space of song, Matlakala Bopape from Polokwane in South Africa, down the road, sort of, from where I am in Zambia. Welcome, Matlakala.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Oh, and we are happy to see you again. And would you tell us the name of the song and lead us into what we are going to learn today with you? I think you're going to help us with some pronunciations as well.
Yeah, perhaps to first introduce myself, Matlakala Bopape. I come from South Africa, Limpopo province, and Polokwane, the city. And I conduct Polokwane Choral Society and many other smaller choirs, community choirs. And my choir is mostly about folk music, South African folk music, because it's a lot of it that's happening in the country. So today I'm going to be teaching you about the song about. It's a wedding song, actually. It's a Sotho wedding song. And when I'm saying Sotho, it's another language in South Africa, an official language in South Africa. And I always say there are 11 official languages, and Sotho is one of those official languages that we have in South Africa, and it's spoken in my part of the country, and of course in the Free State, another province. So I'm going to teach you this song. It's a Sotho wedding song. It's sung when there is a wedding in the street, when they march with the bride and the bridegroom in the streets, the whole community joins in. So the song is Seana Marena. Seana Marena means it's a garment, a special garment that's worn during the wedding by the bride and the groom. So the lady is saying, please buy me this kind of garment so that I can look beautiful. And it's a call and response kind of song. So before I go into it a lot, I would like us to perhaps to for you to put it on the screen so that we can read together Seanamarena, so that people can be able, when we sing together, to see what it looks like. Do you have it?
Okay, I'm not quite prepared to do that, so you just keep chatting and I'll get it there.
Okay, all right. So it's a call and response. It goes, the soprano calls, the rest of the other people respond all the time. So the soprano goes, Ntate, Nthekele, Ntate, Nthekele. The rest go, Seanamarena. So the name of the song is Seanamarena, but there is that call that the soprano does. Ntate Nthekele, Seanamarena. Ntate Nthekele, Seanamarena. So it's call response. The Seanamarena is always a response. Ntate Nthekele, Seanamarena. Ntate Nthekele, Seanamarena. Ntate Nthekele, Seanamarena. And it's 3 times. And then the next one would be Kob'a bogadi, Seanamarena. Kob'a bogadi, Seanamarena. Thanks, Joe. Can everybody see? It will be the soprano, the A part. The song is Seanamarena. Seanamarena. This is what you are going to be singing as you respond. So the soprano would go, Ntate Nthekele, Ntate Nthekele. The rest go, Seanamarena. That would be alto. The tenors, Seanamarena. The bass is Seanamarena, Seanamarena. Ntate Nthekele, Seanamarena, Seanamarena, Seanamarena. That would be your bass, Seanamarena. And then, of course, there's a lower bass that we won't do today. Ntate Nthekele, Seanamarena, Ntate Nthekele, Seanamarena, Ntate Nthekele, Seanamarena, Kob'a bogadi, Seanamarena. So the tenors would go, Seanamarena, 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 Kob'a bogadi, Seanamarena. Alto, Seanamarena, 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 Kob'a bogadi, Seanamarena. Basic.
Matlakala, sorry to
Hello.
interrupt you. I was just wondering whether you want us to sing that interlude in between the Seanamarena. Maybe you could just teach us those words very quickly.
Okay, all right. That is the soprano that you are talking about, the call.
No, the bit after we've sung Seanamarena,
Or the
Seanamarena,
Kob'a
Seanamarena.
bogadi, Kob'a bogadi, Kob'a bogadi, Kob'a bogadi, Kob'a bogadi, Kob'a bogadi. So it will be Ntate Nthekele Seanamarena, Ntate Nthekele Seanamarena, Ntate Nthekele Seanamarena, Kob'a bogadi Seanamarena. Tena, Kob'a bogadi Seanamarena. Can we start together? So it's 3 times. It's 3 times call and response. Ntate Nthekele Seanamarena, Ntate Nthekele Seanamarena, Ntate Nthekele Seanamarena, Kob'a bogadi Seanamarena. That's the A part. Okay, let's go together and see whether we can do it together. Come. Ntate Nthekele Seanamarena, Ntate Nthekele Seanamarena, Ntate Nthekele Seanamarena, Kob'a bogadi Seanamarena, Ntate Nthekele Seanamarena. Nthekele Seanamarena, Ntate Nthekele Seanamarena, Kob'a bogadi Seanamarena. Okay, and there's a video of B, because I taught this song in South Africa some time ago, and the young girl loved it so much, and she just kept practicing it, just to give you a feel of how it sounds like if there's that call and response. Can you put that video on? Seanamarena, Seanamarena, Kob'a bogadi Seanamarena, That's how it goes. The first part. It's just that she's pronouncing baby like, but that's the mood of the song. Can we go together again? Da, da. No, I want to take it at there. Da, da, Nthekele. Let's go. Come. Ntate Nthekele, Ntate Nthekele, Ntate Nthekele, Kob'a bogadi Seanamarena, Ntate Nthekele, Ntate Nthekele, Ntate Nthekele, Nthekele bogadi Seanamarena, Ntate Nthekele, Ntate Nthekele, Ntate Nthekele, Nthekele Kob'a bogadi Seanamarena, Ntate Nthekele, Ntate Nthekele, Ntate Nthekele, Nthekele Kob'a bogadi Seanamarena. So that would be the A part of the song. It's just a call and response. All South African songs are call and responses, and that's not the whole song though. And I don't want to give an impression that that's where it ends. Next time you meet the song, you say, but what was happening? You don't have to sing with me on this one, but you can still just Seanamarena in the same way as you've been doing, because the second part, the B part, is actually led by the bass. The call is done by the bass. They would say, Lenna batla, and then the others Seanamarena. Ke tshaba ho apara, and Seanamarena. Ke tshaba Dipuo, Seanamarena. Tsa batho, Seanamarena. Fele, Seanamarena. So all say Seana Marena while the bassist is calling. The first part is being called by the sopranos, but the second part is the bassist. So it could go. Lenna ke batla Seanamare, ke tshaba go apara Seanamare, ke tshaba Dipuo Seanamarena, Koba bogadi Seanamarena. You see, you can still respond to me. I would say, Lenna ke batla Seanamare, ke tshaba go apara Seanamare, ke tshaba Dipuo Seanamarena, Koba bogadi Seanamarena. Lenna ke batla Seanamare, ke tshaba go apara Seanamare, ke tshaba Dipuo Seanamarena, Koba ya tradisana. Beginning. Nthekele Seanamarena, Nthekele Seanamarena, Nthekele Seanamarena, Kobo ya tuto Seanamarena, Nthekele Seanamarena, Nthekele Seanamarena, Nthekele Seanamarena, Koba bogadi Seanamarena.
Thank you so much, Matlakala. I felt like, indeed, if we'd have carried on, the more we sang that song, I felt like, oh, I want to be in that street party. I
And
want
of
to be
course,
dancing in the
there's a
street.
movement
Um,
involved.
Pardon?
There's a movement involved.
Oh, would you show us very quickly?
I
So that
don't
those of us sitting in our chairs who want to stand up, when we sing it at the
know,
end, we can
but
stand up and go.
I think you'll see it in. No, you won't see because my legs won't show. It
Oh,
Yeah, they won't show, but you've got a video at the end. You'll see how they dance in that video, in an impromptu video. I must say, with this song, sometimes it's a wedding song, but then in South Africa, sometimes we adapt the song to another kind of occasion. If it's a happy song like that, it can go on to other kinds of occasions. And in this case, in the last video, you're going to find it's at a graduation ceremony.
mm.
And it just explodes sometimes when they are in the halls doing the graduations and people are ululating, they just burst into the song. And so in South Africa, it has become both a wedding and a
Song of
education.
joy.
Yeah.
So basically, people, what this means is the next time you're walking down the street and you feel like the sun is shining and those birds are singing and you have this explosion of joy, you sing Seana Marena
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
as you go walking down the street.
Anybody who's been in South Africa would attest to that.
And what is the bass, what is the male part saying, just out of curiosity? Because you
Uh,
told us
the
what the
male
female
part,
part is saying.
the male part is saying, "Me too. I would like that garment, but I am afraid to wear it because of jealousies of people. They talk too much all the time." That's what the basics are saying.
Thank you. It is such a joyful song, and I think what I made me reflect on was how we often have conversations amongst the diaspora about like the preservation of culture and kind of coming back home and how much culture is being preserved or it's not being preserved. And I think the beautiful and very important and vital work that you are doing along with other folk singers who come and share the Daily Antidote is this, this you are keeping the groundwater and the wellspring in health. You're offering it to the next generation that they may also drink from this spring of culture and deep knowledge and rootedness. And I think it's such vital work and important work, and it's beautiful that it gets sung, at various occasions, even if people may not know where it comes from, that it's just kind of part of, the broader culture. And I just wondered if you could just give us some very brief thoughts about how you feel about your work as a, maybe you don't see it as yourself as a preserver of culture, but I would view you as a younger person. I would look to you as one of those who preserves culture, and how you feel you are. Is there a hunger for this culture to be preserved, and this joyfulness in the songs of, before, that are still living?
Yeah, unfortunately in South Africa, music of all kind, especially the folk and the protest and the adaptation of the church music to folk melodies is so alive. And but of course, if we don't have people that would push and have passion to preserve it, it might die, because pop culture is also so alive, and the younger generation may not be able to see what's happening because they are bombarded with the pop culture. So even if it's always alive, it needs to be pushed passionately, and this is what we are doing. And also knowing that with South African music, it happens in all occasions, from birth to death, and from it's seasonal. When you're sowing, when you're plowing, when you're harvesting, it's all over. So yes, I would see myself as one of those would like to preserve the culture, because I'm really, really passionate about it, and I'm hoping soon I will be doing some project with UNESCO on folk music preservation and traditional music.
Beautiful. Is there anything else before we sing the song again? And thank you so much for bringing part of that deep culture into our living rooms, our homes, our hearts, our voice boxes, our spirits, that we may also to have a little taste, a tiny little of it, of the richness of that land, that your feet are standing on today. Is there anything else that you'd like us to know about upcoming projects? You mentioned this UNESCO project. Is there anything else that you would like to share with us, that we can keep an eye out for, before you lead us into a final sing along, and maybe even dance along, for those of us who are brave enough to stand and dance with the video? You might see me. I might turn my video off quickly.
UNESCO is not quite confirmed yet, but on the 6th of July, me and my choir, we celebrated 47 years of existence. And we run a project for the 12th year now that we call Mandela Legacy Choral Festival. And what we do with that festival, all the proceeds go to the hospital in Polokwane for the children's oncology department. So we've made it a point that every year we donate something there, so that because they stay with the children stay with their parents, their mothers, and we make sure that we donate that so that they can buy toys or whatever they need for the children. And so we'll be running that on the 25th of October, and yeah.
That's beautiful. And if is there a way that we can follow your choir? Is there, I don't know if we've got links to share in
Yeah,
the chat.
we've got links. We've got
Yes,
a
beautiful.
TikTok account. I don't know whether there's a TikTok in America. I'm sure.
I think there's plenty of. Oh yes. Well, oh no, that's true. I don't know either, actually. But
I'm
but yeah.
I'm not too sure, but we are on TikTok big time. We are on Facebook, but we've scaled down on Facebook this time um, because of lack of technological knowledge. We made it private, and so it's not able to go very public people have to sign in. And so we are trying to see how else we can get a public thing. But it's
Okay,
still alive, the Facebook one for Polokwane Choral Society. You can go and check.
beautiful,
There are a few
beautiful.
postings. So these
So
days I also post on my Facebook account. You can check my choir there. But
wonderful.
my choir, there are other things that I post onto there.
And I'm sure many of us, I for one, will be checking out in October, especially and supporting from near and from far the important work that you're doing for the kids and their mothers in the oncology hospital. But thank you so much for bringing joy to us, for sharing these wonderful words, for the importance of what you're bringing to your community and to the world. And if you would just lead us, I think there's going to be a video that we are going to be able to sing along to and maybe move our feet or shuffle along to. But thank you once again to Matlakala. Please, if we could all show our gratitude from near and from far to you in Polokwane and Limpopo, South Africa. Lots and lots of love being sent to you. Yes.
I just wanted to warn you that the video that's going to be on is on in another key because it's very impromptu. It's at an occasion outside, so it's higher. It's not what we've been using. So
Yeah, we'll rock along. Thank you so much once again for your
okay.
words, for your song, for sharing the space with us today.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate. I love Daily Antidote. Sometimes I come in when I have time to just see what's happening. Thank you so much for keeping song alive.
Seanamarena, 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 Kobo ya tujo, Seanamarena, 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 Seanamarena, Seanamarena.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I could have, I'm going to go and look for that video so I can sing along to it a few more times, I think. And I saw lots of very joyful, I was definitely needing to dance along to there, but I did stay in my chair. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us that graduation, outburst of joy. And for giving us another chance to sing along with a group of voices as it should be sung. So please, once again, let us all give our love and our gratitude to Matlakala Bopape and Polokwane for joining us today, for sharing such a beautiful and joyful song to uplift our spirits and our hearts and our souls in these very much needed days. We all need injections of joy. So thank you for sending us a blast of sunshine our way. Thank you to Kathy Bullock, who I think is good friends with Matlakala and has sung with her plenty of times before in Bury, Kentucky. Thank you for changing your name so I know what KY is. Thank you for joining us, Suzanne and Virginia. Maybe new today, perhaps, yes. Suzanne in Virginia, Caroline in Boise, Idaho, Linda in Orcas Island, Baba Jim in Maryland. Thank you for joining us today, Kathy in Denver. Joe, of course, thank you for hosting day 1980 of the Daily Antidote and carrying us through one song a day into a better, place and a better state of this world. Long may your work continue. Leanne and Alice and Dawn in Vermont, thank you for joining us today. Susan in Cincinnati, Bob and Mabel and the Bears in Massachusetts, David and Elsie in Oakland, Sue in Seattle, Curly Tops in Vermont, David and Elsie in Oakland. Oh no, sorry, I've gone backwards, not forwards. Anne in Massachusetts, Louise in Sidmouth, UK. Thank you for joining us. Clive and Ruth in Birmingham, UK, Laris in the UK, TJ in India. It's a very international crowd today. Aaron in Brooklyn, New York, thank you for being on the tech. Pauline and William in Newcastle, UK. Thank you for joining us. Bob in Albany, New York, Storm in Massachusetts, Kathy in California, Benet in Berkeley, California. And moving on to the next slide, the next page, where was I? Here we are. Athena, thank you for being on the tech team in Brooklyn. Candace as well on the tech in LA. Cricket in Maryland, thank you for joining us. Nan, Michigan. Sheila in Florida. Linda in Massachusetts. Harriet in Chicago. Sydney in San Francisco. Linda in California. Delhi in Maryland. Diane in Puerto Rico. Trish in Victoria. Marion in Brighton, UK. Tony in San Jose, Amanda and Miles in Michigan. Thank you for joining us. Dick and Kathy in Victoria, Jenny in Suffolk, UK, and Elizabeth in California. Thank you to all those who joined us on the live stream on YouTube and Facebook. This was Daily Antidote of Song 1980. My name is Namvula, and I think we are going to see who is up next. We are in week 1 of 2, I'm going to have to read this, of the Around the World week, where every day we have a song from a different part of this globe of ours. I'm just waiting for the...
Yeah, it's going to be a second. Keep babbling. Sorry.
Yes, I hope that you go well. And we've had South Africa. I know that we're coming, or Thailand, I think we're going to be sung to from Thailand tomorrow, if my memory serves correct. And we're just, so make sure you join all of next week for a song from a different part of the world every day. We have had Bindu Malini joining us from India, Matt and Laurel from the UK, Joe from the USA, Sonia Morgan Neg, from Switzerland, Kim Bothan from Canada, and today, of course, the wonderful and beautiful Matlakala Bopape from South Africa. Tomorrow, please tune in for Joanne Lauterjung from Thailand. Thank you once again, all of you, for joining us today. Go well into the rest of your weekends.
Thank you so much, Namvula, and happy birthday, Willard. Everybody, please give it up for Willard. And Namvula and Matlakala, if you're able to stay for one picture. And anybody out there on the live stream, join us in here for a birthday party. Bye. See you all tomorrow. Live stream.